T minus 10 minutes. T minus 9 minutes. T minus 8 minutes. T minus 7 minutes. T minus 6 minutes. T minus 5 minutes. T minus 4 minutes. T minus 3 minutes.
Too many faces, noises, everyone outside wanna be alone, for somewhere pure, an island in the sky, be on my own and make me feel alive. Cut off the branches, the ones corrupted. Cut off the ones who want you to suffer. Cut off the poison, escape the crowd. Take out the ones who keep you down. Find somewhere pure, an island in the sky. Be on my own and make me feel alive. For somewhere pure, an island in the sky. Be on my own and make me feel alive.
You have been in suspension for 15 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and
I was scared to fade away in the background. Took whatever that you gave, stripped away my face to hide. But I'm not gonna waste my time again. Sick of all the lies you'd always spin. I'm the same person I was then, I've always been. Try to keep me right here. I started out so clear. Lost my soul to finally growing up so near. No fear, 'cause the bridge is just a veneer. Fuck the past so that I need to see it right here.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Take is when I'm slipping you. You know where I go when we're dancing. Handshakes in the Hamptons and getting drunk in the mansions with you. Yeah.
And me and Josh on the last shit, family.
Come through with that magic. You know that I'm about to smash it. It's true.
Alright, thank you, y'all. Let's do it.
I could take it to the room or I could take it to the beach. But we gotta leave at 9 cause I gotta get my sleep. You could be the early bird, I'ma give you that worm. Get with me, I'll take you around the world. Cause if it's gold, I'll throw it away. You're worth more than every single chain. Walk with a lamp, it just means I'm cool. Next trip I take is just me and you. You know where I go.
But without further ado,
Well, I guess to close it out, we'll do our handshake.
indeed, episode 10
Signing off.
in the books. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the podcast. I am so sorry that we were out this past Friday. We had Dalton come in town, and we had a bunch of birthday stuff going on. A whole bunch of interesting things happened over this weekend, so we weren't able to bring you the podcast. But this wonderful Monday night, we are back. So welcome. We are the Handshake by the High Five. My name's Josh. This is Jacob. Our podcast pretty much consists of everything football, baseball, sports related, FSU, Florida State. We also talk a little bit of Boston Red Sox, a little bit of, or Atlanta Braves up there. We do talk a lot, a little hockey. We get a little Bruins, a little bit of Lightning, and our beloved Bucks as well.
Yes.
So we literally branch over everything. We love to talk about jerseys. That is his love, as you can tell right there. Everything. We go over the whole plethora of the board. So for sure.
Yeah. If you want to stay up to date on anything we post or what we do, be sure to follow our Twitch, YouTube, Kick live streaming, Facebook, Instagram. But if you do want to follow any of our private socials, either mine or Josh's, here's our Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Y'all can go through. My Twitch is the only thing that's different, is j.high5, but my Instagram and Twitter both are XXC10.
I need to see if I can get JTV Tree on Twitter.
I'm pretty sure you could.
I need to see. Either there or I need to message him and be like, that's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be JTV Tree. You are that guy.
I am that guy.
Yeah. This is actually episode 41.
41, 9 more.
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on. I'm excited about what we got to talk about.
Indeed.
Bunch of games this weekend that happened.
Very exciting for both of our beloved teams, and not so exciting for some other teams.
Yes.
North Carolina. But it was a good weekend.
Yeah, not so much on Sunday for our beloved Bucks, but
Against the Broncos.
you could say there was a little bit you could take from that game. Not much, but there's a little bit that the Bucks can grow off of.
Oh, without a doubt.
So we're going to dive into that just a second. But before we dive into the news of the sports around us, per se, let's get into a little bit of news about us. You ready
Indeed,
for that?
I am.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm definitely ready.
Oh, let's get it.
Yeah, let's get into our random
story
of the week.
week.
So I'll start out my random story.
Please.
Today marked a new era in my life.
Oh, yes.
I have officially joined the state of Florida, working in a department of management. Management. Some maintenance, DMS for short. It's pretty fun.
Very
like
cool.
Yeah. Got to meet the whole crew today. 2 other guys, really nice people. I'm just very excited to see where it goes. But I had a lot of trouble on signing in on stuff. A lot of passwords to remember. I'm not very good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
That's when the notes on the phone are going to become most important. Just
Yeah.
jotting all that down and being able to go to the phone quick. Password.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else seems pretty easy to keep up with, but remembering passwords, that's my biggest thing. But
Me as well.
yeah. I spent a good 6 years with my cousin, so that was really fun. Spent my last Friday with him this past week. Yeah, on my last day, I told him, I was just like, if this was a TV show, we ran a perfect 6 seasons. Like, it was great because the time I started working with him after high school into college, it was in September of 2018. So it was a full 6 years.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so we had a lot of fun. A blast.
6
Did a bunch of
years.
things.
6 years.
Yeah, but now I'm hooked on with the state for 30.
Yay, drop.
Yeah, I put on my story this morning. I said, I forgot how long it was, like 10,650 work days until I retire. So
One less win tomorrow. Let's go. Oh, 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 oh,
yeah,
oh, oh.
be exciting.
Very good. Yes, indeed. Gotta love that that state retirement.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Way in the future. Hopefully, future Jacob is thinking present Jacob right now.
Indeed.
Yeah. But what's your big news of the week? I know you went to the FSU game, which I went with you, but how was all that?
It was good. Yeah, it was real good. Yeah, we had quite a few people show up. It was fun.
Mhm.
Dave, shout out Dave. He grilled out for us some
Yeah,
hamburgers,
great
hot
burgers.
dogs, delicious as always. Yeah, it was fun. FSU, did what FSU did, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. But it was a decent weekend. Nothing too bad. I would say that the pinnacle of my weekend would probably be my coworker wearing a bag over his head to work with 0-4 question mark very lightly written, and 2 holes cut out for the eyes and 1 hole cut out for the mouth, and they were not big. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. FSU doing what they did was great. Hanging out with the bros.
Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a pretty decent weekend. Could it have gone better?
We'll let history decide.
Absolutely, it could have gone better. But that's what next week and the week after that and the week after that and the week after that are for.
Yeah. You can't make the
Becoming
best
better.
weekend
Indeed.
every week.
Exactly. Some things are going to happen.
Yeah. I thought we had a good time. We got to talk to some people.
Oh, we
for
did.
an
That
interview.
was fun. That was
Yeah.
fun. A few old saints that were seemed some lifelong FSU fans.
Mm-hmm. We are going to show you all those clips here in a bit, but
A lot of it
Yeah.
had to be taken out
good bit, yeah.
because of one particular person.
Yeah. But I really want to get to under review.
Indeed.
I'm ready for that.
I'm very Oh wait, I can't. Even though it's technically kind of right there, I'm very thirsty.
Yeah. Very thirsty.
I have nothing
For this
else to talk
unknown
about.
name brand.
Yeah, exactly. This unknown redacted brand. Yeah. I have nothing random enough that's good compared to what we're about to do next. So, you have
Yeah.
anything to talk about?
No.
Other than that, great, fantastic.
We're going to put Mountain Dew under
The
review. That rhymed pretty well. So, I saw this on my Mountain Dew forum that I'm on, that they came out with Livewire. I don't know how long ago it was, but I know it's pretty recent.
Ooh.
I haven't tried it, but I know a lot of people were trying to compare it to the Fanta. I don't know.
Watch it actually be Fanta,
It probably is.
or like a sun kiss.
Some people say it doesn't taste like Sunkist. It tastes more like Fanta, with just like a hint of Mountain Dew flavor.
I do like Fanta.
It smells like Sunkist, though. It's... Oh, yeah. Get both of you.
This is about to be so loud in my ear.
Smells just like Sunkist.
No. This is
I give this...
if the
Are you talking about... Oh, I know what you're talking about. The
if the
Gamefield
Skittle
thing.
no
Oh.
if the Skittles had an orange flavor, this is what it would smell like.
True.
Interested.
Ready to try this.
Sounds like
ASMR for y'all.
somewhere in the 1940s.
Cheers.
It's very hot that day. Cheers. Wait, hold on. No. I think I took too small of a swig. The ice is like...
Okay.
I want to say I hate it, but I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I don't like it. I hate it, but I don't hate it
See,
at
I'm
all.
on the other side because I want to say I like it, but I really don't.
Really?
Yeah.
They could have done so much better, especially with like the live wire thing. They could have made it like it doesn't taste as fizzy as it should have.
Mm-hmm. It definitely has a Mountain Dew flavor. Like
It does.
obviously, Mountain
You
Dew.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
There is no way that you can where they line all the drinks up and everything. Which I feel like me and him, we need to do that one time.
Oh, we definitely would win that.
1,000%. But if you put this in it, this would taste the least amount like an orange drink compared to everything else. Mm-hmm. It has like a...
I want to give it...
It tastes like candy.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like orange. It tastes like a...
If you didn't tell me it was an orange flavor, I would give it a 7 out of 10. But because I know it's an orange flavor, I want to give it a 5 out of 10.
They have it all over the bottle.
Yeah. But if you would have said, like, hide this label, gave it to me blindfolded, I would have said, that's a pretty good Mountain Dew. I would give it a 7 out of 10. But because I know it's supposed to be orange, I think I give it a 5. Like, because I know it's an orange.
I give it like a 4. Am I going to drink the rest of it? Yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If I had a 12-pack of it, would I drink the whole thing? Yeah.
Do you see my weight? Come on now.
It's just Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's soda.
Yeah.
I
But
honestly think if I had Diet RC, never mind. Nope.
just
Don't
like I
it that
think
much.
Major Melon is one of my favorites. It's a horrible flavor.
You
It's
need to be.
It's a horrible
like
flavor, but I
John.
like it.
You need to be like John
John who?
the Baptist.
Oh. Why?
For your favorite flavor being the watermelon, out of all the flavors.
It's not my favorite. It's one of my
Oh,
favorites.
what's your favorite? I thought that was your favorite.
No,
I've
Voltage is my
I've
favorite.
judged you for so long because
Voltage is my favorite. That's by far my favorite one.
I've thought for years now that
No. It's
oh, thank God.
So like if we had to go like classics, it always was like Voltage, Code Red, regular. Like when it was those three back in the
And
day.
those three combined is the
Oh
best
yeah.
one that you can have, honestly.
But the more they add, Code Red falls, original falls. But I would Baja is second, almost tied for first. Voltage is just it's in my
It's
heart.
so good.
Love it.
Voltage every single time, whether it be screw top, can, 2 liter, you got the pizzazz to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever been to a, Circle K, anything like that, anything with a drink machine that has all 3 main flavors, in my opinion, which is Code Red, Voltage, and OG, all 3 of those together makes this like... It doesn't even look like the Voltage purple. It's like a lightish, like a blue raz, but
Yeah.
it's not blue. It tastes so good.
Before Little League games,
Oh.
going past the Circle K and getting that giant,
Oh, yes.
giant Polar Pop. I'm not talking about the one you get out. I'm talking about the plastic ones they used to sell over to the side. It was like
the
$15,
straws.
giant straw.
The
We used to,
refill was for free because of
Yeah.
how expensive the cup was.
me and James used to go up there and get like a whole entire thing mixed with that stuff. Dude, talk about good. Man, we had some good Mountain Dew mixtures from that machine.
Talking about cheap sodas, what did we do as a human race to deserve McDonald's making large drinks for $4.50? Literally, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, is when they made the dollar drink any size, or
Yeah.
maybe I was a little bit older, 8 or 9.
They do it, I think, during the summertime, but it's only for like a short amount.
Yeah, but then they had it for years. Years. And then literally 2 years ago or whatever, it was like, yeah, we're going to start charging for drinks now. It's
Yeah.
like $4 for spicy Coke,
Yeah.
$4 for a McChicken.
Is
That
it me or their Sprite tastes different?
it does. I don't really get the Sprite too often. I'm a big spicy Coke kind of guy.
Dr. Pepper?
I like the Coke more from McDonald's than I do.
Oh, you're talking about actual Coke. Okay. Some people call
Oh.
Dr. Pepper spicy Coke.
Oh. No, I meant like McDonald's that
Oh, okay.
fast.
Mm.
Yes, the fizzle that you only get with McDonald's.
True.
Indeed.
Yeah, but a lot of their sodas has just gone downhill, in my opinion. I haven't.
The high C used to be fantastic with the Sprite. The high C and the Sprite mixed together, or the high C, the Sprite,
Or
and
their
then the
Powerade with the Sprite.
And then, if you were a psycho like me, if your parents got coffee with the creamer, Sprite, maybe a little bit of Powerade, maybe a little bit of High C, and then you put some creamer in it, it's like a float. Don't look at
I'll
me
take
like
your
that.
word for it,
Don't.
bro.
It's so. All right, that's gonna be our next. I'm gonna get creamer. I'm gonna get the little cream packets, and we're gonna get Sprite. Madison used to do that every single time that we went to Whataburger. Not Whataburger, Waffle House. We were the family to go like once or twice a week, every week for years. That's the only drink she got. She would get Sprite. She would get the packets and then put them in. Delicious.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. We'll try that next week.
especially with some root beer, bro.
Yeah.
Yes,
Try that out.
indeed.
So, our official under review.
Terrible.
5 out of 10. We're going to have to replay this one day.
We're gonna do voltage and be like, oh, what's this flavor? Oh, 10 out of 10. Oh, it's voltage.
Oh my goodness,
Oh.
I can't believe it.
I can't.
What's this Baja?
What's this? Baja Blast?
Baja. You ready to talk about some college sports?
Yes, I am actually very exuberated.
I wanna give a round of applause and a bunch of little kids in a crowd yelling, "Yay!" for FSU getting their first win this season. But it was a good game against Cal.
It was, but it was not. It was.
Yeah.
Patrick Payton is
The
very
ending
close.
was good.
Yes.
The ending. But the rest of the game was.
Honestly, I've seen enough to where Mike Norvell needs to run like 20, like to the death. Like, since we're running with DJU, we might as well go ahead and just die by fire also with this. Mm-hmm. Give the man like 20 plays a game to just chuck the ball down the field. Put that running back to block, because we saw at that game when he has a pocket. I have not seen that man his entire time this being here in practice, anything like that, put a ball that perfectly.
Yeah.
Where has this been?
I have no idea.
Where? Like, if he did that last week, that's 20 feet out of bounds. Like, it's not even close. He's putting dimes on them. And did you see when he's getting more I hate him so much. I don't hate him because we're not supposed to hate people. I just like him very, very much. But he's improving. He is getting more relaxed in the pocket. Yes, he threw a stupid pick, but that's how he's going to be. We're just going to have to go ahead and adapt and come to the fact that he's going to make stupid decisions, but he's getting progressively good enough to where he's making the correct decisions more frequently, and he's looking more athletic. He was juking so many of these bro. He put a spin move on two kids and made them go over to this. Like, he's athletic when he wants to be and he has confidence. When he does not have confidence, he is terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
It's.
I think he is one of those guys that when the going gets tough, he is going to put the earplugs in, not listen to you, and it's going to be a rough ride. But if he can get it going and get some confidence, I don't know, man.
Yeah. We're going to play real quick about what the fans thought of the Cal-Florida State game before it happened.
I wish we could really play the
the uncut version.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, but
so
we had
bad.
some fun talking to some people around, getting their thoughts on what their prediction was going to be for the end of the season, and what the end of the game was going to be like. Obviously, a lot of these predictions are wrong after the Cal game, but it's still fun to watch. Meet some of our new friends that we came across this past week.
Hello, welcome everyone. This is game day in Tallahassee, week 4, FSU versus Cal. It's electric here, even though FSU has not won a game. I am actually very surprised with the turnout as far as the people in town. People are very confident, but I am not one of those people. I think 0-4 is definitely in the picture this week for Florida State, but we have to keep optimistic with everything. Hopefully, FSU goes 1-3. We start the roll now. Who knows? Maybe a 9-3 season. I'm not thinking as much, but it is what it is.
Yeah, the two questions we're going to be asking a lot of people this interview segment we're going to be doing is what's the outcome of this FSU season, and what's going to be the finished score of this Cal-FSU game?
Yes.
In my honesty, I think Cal's going to come away with this win. More likely 10 to 13 points. I feel like Cal's going to do it. But I think FSU is actually going to show some promise in this game. A lot better for DJU. But I do think Cal's going to end up winning this game with their rush offense. They look very good so far this season. But I think it's going to be a decent season for FSU. If they can show some promise this game, I think the rest of the season is going to be pretty good for them.
Without a doubt.
More than likely, I would see something close to 7-5 for FSU, more than likely. But what's your take on this?
FSU hopefully has a winning season. Their schedule doesn't look as friendly as the first half. So FSU has some solid games to play. So we'll see. I'm hoping for 8-4, 7-5, but I mean, we'll see how the boys play for the rest of the season.
There you go. Let's see what the people got to say about
Indeed.
this. Yeah.
How was that?
Solid.
Oh, my. All right, here we go. And we starting now. And it's looking good. Dave's got it. Oh, Kendra's getting at it.
Dave's about to
Holy yo! I'm actually very surprised at that outcome. I thought Dave had it, but Kendrick pulled it out. Very good show. All righty, we are here in lovely Tallahassee, Florida.
It's not lovely.
Hot. We are here with my
Y'all
good
city's
friend,
trash.
Dalton. We are going to ask him a few questions today. So, Dalton, what are your projections for the rest of the year?
1-11.
1-11. What is our only win?
Charleston Southern.
So we don't beat Florida.
No.
Florida kills us?
Yes.
Okay, the second question is, how do you think today's game is going to go?
Terrible.
Terrible?
I'm not ready to.
What's the score projection?
23-13 Cal. I'm not ready to go into Walt Campbell Stadium. I don't have my Marxist right on like your Twitter. 23-13 Cal. I hope it doesn't happen, but I hope it doesn't happen. But it's probably going to. I hope it doesn't.
23-13 Cal. You've heard it here
Ryan
first.
Fitzgerald should win the Heisman at this point.
And Mastromano.
Also, that dude can pass better than DJU. That dude right there can pass better than DJU.
Better than DJ.
Hey, you trying to play quarterback this week? You can pass better than our
He
quarterback.
said yes.
Yeah.
Said
He's
yes.
down. All right, bet.
Yes.
We're winning the
New
ACC
starting
championship with him at quarterback.
ACC championship, 9-3.
All right, so I'm here with Kindred, and I'm going to ask him the two questions we have. What's Florida State's schedule going to look like at the end of the year? And what is the prediction of a Cal-Florida State game? So what you're thinking about the schedule so far?
I think it's been a tough start for the Noles. Definitely not how anybody expected it to go. Tonight's going to be big. If they beat a team like they're playing tonight, you maybe could call out some games later on the schedule. But if they lose again tonight, it's almost going to be the same. Not going to be very many wins on that schedule. I don't see too many. Yeah.
What's your prediction on the game for tonight?
I think a lot of teams have been pushing Florida State around. Cal went into Auburn and took care of business. I didn't watch the game too much. I just saw the box score, but they went there. They went there in an SEC road environment, did their thing. It's hard for me to say they might not be able to do the same thing tonight. I think I got Cal.
Okay. I do want to ask a follow-up question. What do you think Florida's going to be doing this year?
Florida. They're 2-2.
Good win against Mississippi State.
Yep, that was definitely big. UCF's going to be another big test for them, just like Cal. If they can beat a team like UCF, you might be able to call out some wins later in that schedule. But if they lose tonight, you think it's just going to be an implosion, and it's going to be one of those 3-9, almost 4-8 seasons that they've had multiple times in the past couple of years or past 10 years. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's hope there's going to be a good result for tonight.
We are here in lovely Tallahassee, Florida, here for the FSU Cal game, as stated earlier in the video. I'm here with my boy Trace. How are you doing today?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Doing good. It's a little warm today.
Hot as fuck. Oh.
You're good. But we're getting through it. So the thought of how everything's going to be going this season is a little up and down. So some FSU fans are very optimistic. Some are very not optimistic. So I did want to ask you two questions. The very first question was going to be what your thoughts of this season were going to be.
I definitely think we're going to lose every game that to a worthy opponent. Like, who are they? Miami,
Unfortunately, all of them, to be honest, and more probably. To be honest.
More probably, all of them and more, exactly. Yeah. So the second question is, how you think this game's going to go? I know you said we're going to lose every game. Do you think it's going to be close? Do you think it's going to be a blowout?
I think it'll be close. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to be that pessimistic. We'll turn it around a little. Eventually, it won't be a good season, but we're not going to go out sad. I don't think they won't go out sad like they have been. I think we'll win. I'm going 27-17.
27-17.
Calling it.
I like it. Well, you heard it here first. Clip it, indeed. Well, you heard it here first. Appreciate y'all coming out tonight, and we will see y'all later.
All right, so we ran across 3 friends, Dave, Sheila, and that's why I stopped myself. He called us friends. Yeah, so we have Dave, Sheila, and Craig. So we're going to ask them what's their predictions on this season and what's their prediction on the Cal game. So first off, Dave, what you got? 2-10. Beat South Charleston or beat Florida. Okay. What's your prediction on the Cal game? What? 24-13. Cal. Okay. So what do you think this year?
I think the Noles are going to win tonight because every game we come to, they win. No Noles.
We've only done the one game. What's your prediction on the season?
50-50.
Okay. What you think, Greg?
I say we're going to go 6-6, bowl eligible, close games. Today we lose by 14.
All right. Well, for sure. Thank y'all so much for being a part of our interview segment. Yeah, and go Noles. All right, so we're here with Logan. We're going to ask you about your outcome of the season and your outcome of the game so far. So what do you think?
Not looking too great. All right. Season-wise, 2-11. Maybe Florida. Maybe one more win. Besides that, game-wise, I'm not wasting my time in that shithole. Cal, no, 34, I'm not wasting my time 21.
Okay. So we got 2-9 on the season, 34-21 on the game. I do want to ask real quick, how many have you put down so far this tailgate?
I can't even tell you. Too many. So you got to get rid of this game. You have to.
Yeah.
It's going to be brutal.
This game might be big. I'm wearing black because, I'm unattached to any team, but I'm wearing the throwback. Yeah. You ready for this game?
Kind of. Kind of. We'll see. We'll see. No, not really, but we'll see.
Let's see what happens. Maybe we see Brock Purdy. Oh, no.
Please.
Not
Please.
Brock Purdy.
Not Brock Purdy.
Brock Glenn towards the end of the game. But DJU, let's just give happy thoughts, make sure he does good.
Right? Let's go Big Cock Brock.
Yeah. All right, so it's halftime right now. FSU's leading Cal 7-6. So,
Terrible game.
Yeah. So far, there was a lot of opportunities FSU's had to score. In my opinion, I think FSU should be leading 21-3. But seems like Cal is finding a way to stay in this game with that final field goal. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, DJ, of course, was coming out looking decent and then did what DJ did with a pretty much 75-yard drive until we picked it off, until pretty much Cal picked it off. So, I mean, he's showing some spurts of looking more comfortable, more relaxed in the pocket, a lot more this game than any other game that we played so far, but still there's a little bit of a hesitation. And I feel like once he gets that worked out, I mean, defense looks a heck of a lot better than they have the first 3 games. Super proud of Patrick Payton stepping up, doing a great job this next game. It's going to be interesting to see how the defense exactly changes up their scheme because, of course, Cal's going to try to change up their scheme because they kept on getting stopped. FSU just needs to avoid penalties in big plays. They need to let DJ throw the ball, and the offensive line just needs to keep up their run blocking. It's been really, really good. We've just gotten stopped a few times. Bad few call plays. I mean, honestly, it's the coaching stuff that's really hurting us this game so far. Big props to offense, defense. They're doing a hell of a job.
Yeah. I would say the defense keeping that run game down on Cal is very impressive because coming into this game, Cal was somebody who was very good looking in their rushing.
Yes,
offense,
very much so.
That is always cool. We'll see what happens coming up in this next half.
Yeah.
As of right now, FSU is leading 7-6.
7-6. We'll see what happens.
So the game finished after a 7-6 halftime. Josh, how you feeling after that game?
I have 4 takeaways. One, the thing about Mike Norvell, I think he realizes that he doesn't have near the team that he had last year. And some of the guys that he got in the transfer portal this year, I guess you could say, are not the greatest of apples to have in the basket with others. And I think he's realized that. And, I mean, there's only so much fight you can have and so much yelling at players and all that. Maybe these players don't adapt well to that.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have the same fight that the past. Even when Mike Norvell had the bad teams, he still would hop on their butt.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of like the fight's kind of out. I think partially it's because of FSU getting left out of the college football playoff. I think that killed him mentally quite a bit, which it would anyone.
Yeah.
Any coach that was put in that position, besides maybe Nick Saban, it's a downhill. Like an absolute spiral. I see coaches, I see Dabo, I see Lane. Like, imagine if Lane Kiffin was that close and he got left out. It probably would have been the exact. Good night.
Is that still playing?
It's still the kid.
Dang.
Anyway, so sorry. Amber alert.
Let me see if the camera's still. Okay, camera's still on.
Camera's still on. Okay, cool. It just isn't the same Mike Norvell because I don't think he trusts this team near the amount that he did in previous years. I don't think second takeaway. I don't think Brock Glenn's exactly bad. I just feel like if you bench DJ, he can't come back, and that's Mike Norvell pretty much falling on his sword saying this did not work. We're throwing away pretty much the season. We've given up on them. Mm-hmm. And it's time to pretty much win the season the best we can. And then it's pretty much looking to the next season once you bench him. Yeah. So I understand why he doesn't, because then it's pretty much quitting on him. He'll never, ever play a snap ever again. He probably won't want to practice. Yeah. He'll lose. It's probably a confidence. I really think it's a confidence thing right now.
Mm-hmm. It probably is, more than likely.
It has to be, because the fact that they're letting him do a little bit more passing, they're letting him move the ball a little bit more and not have so much pressure of having to do RPOs every single play where he's not making the correct. There are so many times I saw that night, and you probably did too, where if he would have held on to that darn ball, he could have had 20 yards easy. Those linebackers and those defensive ends were biting on those running backs the entire night, and he didn't take advantage of that. He needs to get comfortable to where he can take advantage of that. We need a quarterback like that. Jordan Travis would have had a game against this defense.
Yeah.
Literally, the amount of TD runs he probably would have had were insane, because that defense really wasn't that fast.
No. That was a very slow defense.
It's just, there were things that did not look good. There are things that we need to change, definitely. There were 2 injuries on the offensive line, so that is a little iffy. Mm-hmm. The run blocking looked a lot better this game than previous games. We actually got a running back over 50 yards for the first time probably all season.
Yeah.
He almost had 100. Good on him. I mean, I'm glad that we're actually feeding him. He's getting good reps, and it's not like half a yard, half a yard, half a yard, because the entire season, Toafili and all the other running backs have literally been stopped at the line every single time. Like their average per rush was not, it was close to 1 yard a rush.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Terrible. That doesn't win games at all. But it just goes with this to say this. FSU will probably, with what they showed me against an undefeated Cal, which I understand Cal is not good, but Cal beat Auburn at Auburn. Auburn almost beat Arkansas. Arkansas is a pretty decent team as far as the SEC goes. It's not bad. I feel like it's just FSU didn't have all their ducks in a row. And, I mean, once you don't have your ducks in a row and you start losing games, it's hard to get back on it. Honestly, I'm glad that they got it done now instead of, I mean, they got SMU, which they're probably going to lose by like 50. SMU put up 60-something. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
that's a blowout. Then we have Clemson at home after that 7:30 kick, which honestly might be an interesting game for like a quarter or two, and then Clemson's going to run away with it. North Carolina is going to be a fun game.
That is. That's going to be like
our defense, honestly, I feel like that's the only game FSU might be able to blow somebody out, not because of our offense, because of how many defensive touchdowns we would get.
Yeah,
it would be so bad.
North Carolina's offense is not look good at all.
So bad. But FSU did good. A lot of downsides, a lot of upsides. We just need to stay confident.
Yeah.
But yeah.
FSU won 14-9 that game. My takeaways that I've seen throughout that whole thing, yes, was the defense. Y'all's defense looked a lot better than the first 3 games. That Boston College game, sitting there, like, I watched both of them live, so I can actually give a judgment of how I think. It looked like 2 totally different defenses.
Completely.
Totally
Effort,
different.
Everything.
Effort was out of the world, because I would see Cal get a very good play, an open field play. It would be like a 30-yard gain down the field, get into Florida State's territory. And they couldn't do anything after that.
It was literally as soon as they got on FSU side of the ball, the defense flipped, and they were like, oh, they're on our side of the ball. We actually have to try now.
And when they actually tried, they looked so good. I give them a lot of credit for that. And them in the second half, only leaving 3 points to Cal, that whole entire – it was just the first drive, too. Cal's first drive.
Yeah.
And after that, it was just FSU took over that game. Their defense took over that game. I'm not going to say their offense really did. DJ still only threw for 177 yards, was 16 for 27, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
And literally like 70 of those yards was the throw, the touchdown pass.
Yeah. Toafili, like, he did a pretty good job. 17 carries for 80 yards, 1 touchdown. Like, that. His touchdown was really good. Like,
how many carries?
That whole drive was good. 17 carries for 80 yards.
How many? 80?
It's about a 6.5 yard carry.
Homie was averaging like a 2, so that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5, so that raised it. It must have been...
No, this is their ranking.
That's SMU and Florida State. Conference carries away. There it is. 2024, 30 carries, 100.
4.7 yards a carry. That was his average.
Oh, because he's not the starting back. That's right.
Yeah. But he did really good.
Yeah. I like Toafili. Yeah. That's fun fact. The oh no, I'm thinking of Destin Hill. Never mind. Never mind. Redact that statement.
Redact statement. I've got to say that Cal interview we did was a lot different than the Boston College interview we did. Because going into the Boston College game, everybody was very excited about it, thinking Florida State had everything turned around after the Georgia Tech game and was going to get things going. We're about to play you that interview here in a second because we weren't able to last week. But this is 2 weeks separation or 3 weeks separation between the Boston College game and this Cal game. Y'all just watch how defeated y'all can see like happen. You're going back in time to see how a lot hopeful people were at the time of the Boston College game.
Yeah, except Dalton. But Dalton's there for the comedic effect.
Yeah.
What's up? This
Hello,
is,
everyone.
Part 2 to our game day for Boston College.
Indeed.
So we got a little tailgate going on right over there.
Yeah, we have a nice little setup. Got the boys here. Got Dalton's dad here. My parents will probably make an appearance eventually. It was way too hot. The heat index right now is like 102. It's hot.
It is very hot. I've been out here for probably an hour now, and I am sweating through my clothes already. I feel like I've jumped in a pool. But I'm excited for this game.
Very much so, yeah.
I showed up thinking I wasn't going to be going to the game, just the tailgate. But Kenny, one of our good friends, he actually had 2 extra tickets for me and James to come to the game. So
James is coming too?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Shout out to Kenny. And so this episode we're going to be going through, we're going to ask people what their first football game they've ever been to was and the prediction of the Boston College game today.
And also I was maybe thinking to throw in a little bit extra, maybe asking them their favorite football game. What they remember, because I already know Logan's is the Notre Dame game that he got to go to because I cheated on my math test, so my dad took him instead of me. Still infamous. I will still, to the day I die, I will remember that.
Definitely. But we're going to get into it. We're going to start asking some questions, and yeah, let's get going.
For sure.
All right, so we're here with Emerson, one of our buddies. So we're going to ask you a couple of questions about the game. And but first off, what was your first ever football game you've been to, college-wise? And also, what was your favorite football game you've ever been to?
All right, my first was probably at that I remember, probably 7. We got to go up into one of the boxes. It was freaking awesome.
Dang.
It was one of the most legendary experiences. Honestly, that's probably my favorite at the same time because it was nothing like that.
True.
But being in the stands was fun as well. Last year, I can't remember who we played, but we absolutely destroyed them. That was a great game as well. I wish I knew remembered who we played, but I didn't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. What's your prediction on the game today against Boston College?
I think Florida State is obviously going to win, but let's go 35-13.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Word. Well, high five on that. We'll put that prediction in.
High five. Nice.
All righty, everyone. Appreciate you. We are coming back to you with another interview. We are here with Mr. Dave, Dalton's dad. So we're just going to be asking him just a few questions. So first of all, what was your first Florida State game?
It was BYU Jacksonville with Wanky 2000. First game of the 2000 season.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Wanky, Peter Warwick. Yeah, in Jacksonville, we whooped their ass. Of course, we lost Oklahoma.
Yes, the infamous Oklahoma year.
Yes.
How was that game? Just atmosphere.
It was great, man, because we just come off the '99 championship. I just moved back to Florida, so yeah. It was
That's awesome. That's cool. Cool. Very nice. Also, so what was your favorite FSU game of all time?
Probably Clemson last year.
Clemson last year?
Because me and Dalton went to Clemson. We drove up there, tailgated, won in overtime. Yeah,
What
pretty
a
sweet.
game. How was it seeing that hit live? Just seeing.
It was almost like it was right in front of us to where you could see the play just happen the whole time. It was just like, oh my God, we're going to score.
That is awesome.
But I got to shout out, Clemson fans were very
They were very nice.
They were very nice.
Awesome. That is completely different than what you hear from Miami fans, NC State
that's
fans.
Miami
Oh yeah. So what is your prediction for today's game?
31-21 FSU.
31-21 FSU. Well, you've heard it first. 31-21 FSU.
Go Knowles.
Go Knowles. We will catch y'all later.
All right, so we're here with Brandon. What's your first football game you ever been to?
It was here at Doak Campbell when I was real little. I went to the Florida State. I think it was Florida game when I was real little, and I was like 5 or 6. And ever since then, I've been a Florida State fan.
Okay. What was your favorite Florida State game?
I would have to say the Florida State Miami game that I went to. It was like in 2016, I believe, and it was like neck to neck. We went to overtime with them.
Okay. All right. What's your prediction on the Boston College game today?
Well, I sure hope we win, but I think we'll beat them by 14.
All right. All right, so we're here with Marilyn. What was your first ever football game you've ever been to?
I was in 7th grade, and I went to the Miami and Bucks game.
Okay. What was your favorite football game you've ever been to?
Probably the Bucks and the Green Bay game down in Tampa.
Okay, word. Who won that game?
The Bucks.
That's right. The Bucks won that one. Who you think's going to win this game against Boston College?
I'm hoping for FSU.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's 38-12.
38-12. That's a good prediction. All right, let's give a high five to close that out.
All right, we are coming live from a parking lot next to Doak Campbell Stadium and next to Whataburger. We are here with my very good friend Logan, and we're going to get straight into it. So, what was your first FSU game
that I've been to? I can't remember my first FSU football game, but I feel like it was probably against Boston College. It was when I was super young, definitely before I was 10 at least. Go ahead and ask that next question. I already know.
So as I said earlier in the intro to this whole segment, I said Logan's favorite game is going to be this game. I already said it. So what's your favorite
2014,
game?
Notre Dame versus FSU. We all thought we were going to lose right there. Final second, they had a touchdown, got called back. We ended up winning the game. Never seen the stadium more packed, more crazy than that right there. And you missed it. I appreciate you, though, because I got to experience that.
I cheated on a meth test, so my parents thought it was a perfect punishment to take my very good friend to a game. It
was very fun.
Instead of me.
I lived vigorously through you, so
you did.
Appreciate
I
you.
watched it on the TV. Vicariously.
Same shit. Same shit. Tomato.
All right, so to round it out, what is your final prediction of the score tonight?
Boston College is covering the spread, absolutely. It's probably going to be 31-21. I'm going to go with Dave on that.
31-21. Two.
Yep.
And then we hear Dalton in the background who doesn't want to get interviewed saying that Boston College is going to win.
They're going to win.
Boston College is winning 52-17.
52-17 Boston College.
I'm at DJU on site tonight.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you coming live. We will see you next time.
Yeah, there's a totally different atmosphere from that Boston College game to that Cal game, how everybody felt. But
yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, when they play Clemson here in town, there's a lot of different feelings.
Those are going to be some interesting interviews.
Mm-hmm. If FSU pulls out a win against SMU this week, no doubt there'll be a lot of people that will be very excited for this Clemson game. I think there would be a big turnout if FSU does get a good game against SMU.
Who plays that week? I need to check that real fast because if there's some like crappy games,
you think?
I mean, they already have the 7:30 ABC spot.
Never know. If College Game Day comes to that
week
would be
6. So some of the huge games we have It's going to be Penn State, UCLA, 3-0 versus 1-2.
That's gonna. No.
We have Iowa, number 18, Iowa State, 3-0 versus 2-2 Baylor.
Yeah.
We have.
Oh, would it be? No, the Georgia-Alabama game's this week, right?
Yeah. Georgia plays Auburn.
That's gonna be it.
They play at 4:30. Oh, it's a flex. It might be a 3:30, 4:30, or 6 o'clock kick.
That's probably gonna be the college game day then.
Why? For them to hang 1,000 points on? No, there's no. And I'm literally looking at all the other games.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other game. There is no. The only ranked versus ranked, and I don't think they'll go back again just because of last time. It's Texas A&M and Missouri.
I don't think they'll go back there.
That's the only ranked versus ranked game the entire week. All the so every ranked team except Ole Miss and Ohio State play losing record teams. So you're saying there's a chance?
There might be a chance that college game day comes to Tallahassee.
I would lose it. Oh, the content.
That would actually be pretty cool. All those interviews we can get from that'd be pretty cool.
See if we can get old Lee Corso. See if I can work my magic, because my aunt still has connections with her ex-boyfriend who works for College Game Day. We're still like friendly.
Dude.
So if they do come, we might be able to get like
us
a
on
little
stage.
No, but we might be able to go in the bus and like talk to Kurt and Desmond Howard. And
You want to go face to face
Pat
with Kurt?
McAfee? I'd shake his hand. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he said what he said. I said what I said. I feel like half of it was definitely ESPN driven.
Mm-hmm.
Before this past season, I liked Kirk Herbstreit because he actually talked. He was one of the few people that talked tight. Because even coming from a Florida fan, haven't you seen the? I wouldn't call it sacrifice, but FSU really hasn't gotten the positive light, even when they were winning.
No, they really don't. They haven't ever got a positive light from a lot of just any college media.
Yeah,
in general.
so it's nice to have it to where someone's like, "Oh, this is kind of nice," or when Josh Pate on Twitter says something, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great," and then the next day he completely flips on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one actually, like Alabama's, your Auburn, like even though Auburn's terrible, they're still like, "Oh, Auburn," oh,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. It's like FSU could go undefeated, win national championship, and then the next year they'd be like, "Oh my goodness." Blech.
Yeah.
Which they did this year, and they were correct. But this is the first time it's ever happened. Like, it's never happened before.
Yeah. Because that whole entire time y'all had that national championship run, even when Jameis Winston had the Heisman.
They hated
There was a
us.
lot of hate going towards FSU. There was a lot of wrong media towards FSU, I would say, too. Stuff that wasn't true. There was a lot of stuff that was true. But there was some things that weren't true about the whole court case with Jameis Winston. That was all fabricated and then blown up
And
out of
him
proportion.
stealing the crab legs
Yeah.
with, in reality, I know almost every single worker who's kind of worked at Publix. If I work seafood and I see Patrick Payton, I see Jameis Winston, I see even... Like my mom the other day, she saw Charlie Ward because he's looking for a house for his mom or his brother and sister to move into Tallahassee, and I lost my train of thought. I am so sorry.
About how people help out FSU players, the crab legs.
Oh yes. For instance, like if I helped him out and I worked at Publix, and I was like, oh, here, crab. Like, I'm not going to charge him.
Yeah.
You know how many people, like, even hand on the Bible and everything, like Jeff Cameron or the dude who owns Gordo's, they would come through my line at Publix. There were a few things, I'm not going to lie, I just...
Try to get on the
There you
good
go.
side.
Yeah, like Jeff kind of knew me, kind of knows me somewhat because of my mom used to go in a lot and like bring them donuts when he was in the morning before he went in the afternoon when it was him and Lulu in the morning. And whenever he was in Dublin, he actually started watching our podcasts because JD was over there, and he was like, hey, I have this buddy, showed it and everything, and then saw the last name, and he thought, oh, that's familiar, and then remembered my mom.
Huh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. But, like, just people around, I would help them in a heartbeat. Jameis, in my personal opinion, did nothing wrong because that homie did not steal it. I know for a fact that boy in the seafood section did not put a sticker on it purposefully and said, you out of here.
Yeah.
I would have given him a bag. That's the only mess up. I would have given him a bag in the back. But I don't think he did anything wrong.
Yeah.
It was $20 crab legs.
Yeah. It was that season, there was a lot of bad publicity upon Florida State. And it put a lot of negative light towards them for a good bit. But
every announcer that 2014 year where we went undefeated but almost lost every game, every single announcer, I remember them being livid. Reese Davis literally seething in the booth because I don't remember. I think it was against Louisville. Louisville, whenever they were beating us by a whole bunch and we came back and beat them. Oh, he was seething.
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's some teams that it's hard for those announcers to cheer for.
Not
and
hard for
there's
Alabama.
teams like Colorado and Alabama where they just try to keep them, like anything that happens, try to keep them in the limelight. Like you turn on ESPN right now about Georgia because Georgia's at the top of their game. All these DUI stuff, you don't hear it from college people that do like a lot of college announcing. It's mostly like Pardon the Interruption or Pat McAfee talking about it.
Or Twitter.
Yeah, or Twitter. You don't hear, like on College Game Day, you don't hear them bringing out the statistic of going, this is how many people have gotten arrested from Georgia
and showing
in the
how
past
fast
couple
they
years.
were going. Oh, yeah, he was going 104 in a 60-mile-an-hour area.
But if you were to bring up, like, an FSU occasion, like if this was to happen for an FSU student, you wouldn't hear it.
Or whenever
you would hear
Atkins,
it all the time.
whenever Atkins got caught driving the recruit, because there was no one else that was on staff to drive him, so he drove him, and they scalded him. Took 3 games. This was his first game back on the field.
Yeah.
And then other teams like Georgia, there's nothing that they're doing. The NCAA is doing zero. I think it's partially because of Stan Wilcox.
And it's the same with Florida. Like right now, the whole Rashada case, every time that the mention of Georgia, it's straight to ETN leaving for Georgia, Rashada ending up at Georgia, and Georgia helping out with that lawsuit against Billy Napier.
Yeah.
Like that whole, like every time. Like Georgia and Florida is brought up in the same exact sentence. It feels like that is brought up.
Or on College Game Day this past weekend, they did What's Wrong with Florida and Florida State.
Yeah.
Like a whole 15-minute segment where Nick Saban's pretty much bashing the administration of UF and pretty much backing up Dan Mullen for everything. Like he's an absolute saint, which I understand. Yes, he was good. Florida wanted better because Florida, like Florida State, like I wouldn't really want to say Miami because they haven't been good, but they've tried to be good is the reason why they've had so many head coaches. They're striving to be better. 8-4, 9-3 is not good enough.
Yeah.
But sometimes you take a step back.
The biggest thing about that separation between Dan Mullen and Florida, and I say this all the time, it wasn't mostly because of his winning. Yeah, it was because they wanted that undefeated season.
Yeah.
And they can't get that mediocrity from every year from Dan Mullen, because
Mm-hmm.
there's those close games that he kept losing, and those games that he should have won.
Yeah.
Like going into the fourth quarter, he kept losing. But what the biggest thing was for him was not recruiting during the season. He would not openly recruit players during the season. Well, not openly, but like wouldn't have people getting things going on a lot of future players. Like you would see all these big name coaches outreaching to all these good high school players throughout the season, and Dan Mullen wasn't like that. He said he was never going to do that. He's only going to recruit when it's like off season and he's not coaching. That's what really killed his 8-3 movement. Like that's what he kept doing because he wasn't recruiting. He couldn't do better. Every time he was put in a good bowl game, he couldn't win it. He did win 2 New Year's Six bowls, but the third one, it would not even trying. I think it was against Oklahoma or UCF. Yeah.
No, it was Oklahoma.
It was Oklahoma, yeah.
Got killed.
Destroyed. And it was at that moment, it was like, yeah, everything's changed. Everybody's gone. Nothing's going to happen.
It was the shoe throw year.
Yeah, that was absolutely
Oh,
horrible.
man.
Yeah. We had a promising year going into that, and it turned sideways pretty quick. And I think the administration of Florida really was upset about what happened.
You know what? I think Florida and Florida State are so much different in the fact that we were really good, really bad, new coach, a few bad years, get a few good years, have a great year, something unspeakable happens, and then after that, they're not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how Florida and Florida State are kind of poetically staying the same throughout these times right now.
And Miami's good. It sickens my
Well,
soul.
this is at the beginning of the year.
Sickens my
I don't
soul.
think-
Have you seen their record?
Yeah,
There's
or their
no
schedule,
way.
like-
Their schedule. There's no way that they are not going 12-0 this year, unless, of course, it's Miami. They're going to drop
there
a game.
has to be a game they drop, and there's
If not,
going to be a game they drop.
So here's my prediction. If Miami, calling it right now. You ready?
Okay. Clip it.
If Miami goes 13-0, they're winning the national championship. If Miami doesn't Miami, what they've been doing for the past 25 years, which is losing 1 to 2 meaningless games, I hate saying it, but we've never seen that happen. The last time
That hurts me so
I know,
much.
but think about it for a second.
Because they don't play anybody, so they're going to be well rested for that.
No. I wouldn't say they play nobody. I say the ACC isn't that great just because I feel like the ACC is underappreciated this year because of the games I've seen against ACC versus SEC, ACC versus Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
We've probably lost all of them, but then you look at those teams playing other teams, and it's like, wow, it's not really that much different. And I
Yeah.
mean, every league you can turn it on a little bit different, or not. But
Yeah, if it's a conference game, it's totally different.
totally different,
Yeah.
totally different. But
Non-conference games, it's a lot of people don't know how to prepare for that.
that's actually crazy that a whole lot of conference games are going to be a whole lot tighter than your opening games.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
for instance, FSU and LSU. That first year, yeah, it was close. Oh, that second year, they got boat raced.
Yeah.
Boat
Yeah.
raced. Boat raced. Oh, man. Take me back.
Yeah. So let's get into a little bit about that Florida-Mississippi State game.
Ding a 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 ding a
Dude, a
ding.
lot of cowbells. Ding, 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 ding. It was all over
For
the
a second
place.
there, I thought it was going to be a shootout. Who was going to get that 80 first?
Yeah, and that ended very quickly.
It did.
But I got to say, Graham Mertz played a very, very
Exceptionally.
good game. Yeah,
I watched it at work.
19 for 21, 201 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That's sharing the wheel with DJ Lagway. DJ had a pretty good run, I would say. He was 7 for 7, 76 yards. Well, pretty good. He actually did really good. 7 for 7, 76 yards, His average was 10.9 yards a pass. But
what was his?
My thing is about when he was playing, he didn't get much playing time. I feel like if he was able to get more playing time, you were able to see a lot more from him.
Were they throws down the middle of the field, or are we talking about check? I did see.
There were a lot.
I did see a few, like that one in the corner. I don't know. No, did he throw a touchdown?
No.
No, I'm thinking of last week. My fault.
No, Graham got a touchdown in the corner. I think that's what you're thinking of. It was about a
Homie had
21-yard pass.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was good.
Did he even play the second half?
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah. One thing that I have to say about the quarterback thing, just like I said last week about the Texas A&M game, and this now goes into the running back situation, in my opinion. The hot hand problem.
Yeah.
It felt like multiple times in this game, DJ was starting to get a footing inside of a drive. And there'll be something like a timeout or an injury would happen on the field. And next thing you know, Graham Mertz is back in after the commercial break. He didn't let DJ Lagway take a sprint or a real stride. It was just stutter step, let him have 3 plays in this drive, and then give it back to Graham.
Is there... I knew that there was a game restriction for redshirt, but is there a certain snap restriction?
I have no idea.
Because if there's a snap restriction, that might be why they're playing him so little.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to... If he stays, it would be very nice to, instead of him being a sophomore, to be a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, that is very true. If that is the case, I would say that is a good idea. But if that isn't the case, I feel
knowing
like...
Billy Napier.
Yeah. I kind of feel like they're leaving DJ out to dry on this point. Like, he's not able to actually learn a lot in game because he's only getting a couple snaps.
I mean, he didn't do bad last week.
No,
he's
he didn't.
Literally a freshman playing... Texas A&M's Texas A&M.
Yeah.
But, they had a very close game against Notre Dame. Very close games.
Yeah.
That defense is pretty nasty.
So my thing about that game when they kept switching in and out between DJ and Mertz was every time they would finish a drive, it doesn't matter if Mertz got a touchdown or an interception. It's going to be DJ's turn next time. And it didn't matter what happened with DJ. It was going to be Mertz's turn next time.
Yeah.
When Mertz had the hot hand in the middle of the game and towards the end of the game, they should have kept it with Mertz. And it was the same way with this. Like, Mertz had those touchdowns, and then the next drive it was like, okay, Lagway's out. Okay, Lagway's looking good. Okay, now Lagway's out, Mertz is back in. Okay, now we have a touchdown. And it was kind of like a mixed emotion type thing. We won the game. I don't want to belittle that too much. But I feel like DJ Lagway deserved a little more playing time. But I do appreciate that Mertz had more consistency of a hot hand.
Yeah.
But they still took him out when he had a hot hand.
Yeah. Just dumb decisions by the coaching staff yet again.
Yeah. There was, at times, it felt like Mertz should consistently be playing this drive. But then they take him out, put DJ in.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's like Mertz is looking... why?
Yeah.
Why build your...
Only for 2 plays
and
then put Mertz back in.
building confidence in either of them.
Mm-hmm. Like, I get when you have a running back, like an alternating running back duo, alternate them out. Or good wide receivers that you need to alternate them out off the sidelines. But a quarterback, I really don't feel like 2 plays for DJ, 3 plays for Mertz. And, like, I don't know.
Is Mertz a senior?
Yeah, Mertz is a senior.
Okay,
After this, he's gone.
Okay. I was about to say, that would be very interesting if he was a junior.
No. And the running game, too. Montrell, he had 15 carries for 68 yards. Jaden Ball, he had 4 carries for 53 yards.
He was a big boy.
Good. And last but not least on our running backs, Trayon Webb, 8 carries for 41 yards. I want to say this right now.
Sounds like your boy isn't going to
Our
be starting
second
for too
and
much.
third string looked so much better than Montrell.
But
Montrell was dancing.
when were they playing? You also have to put that in consideration. Is the starting back wearing the defense down to where your two fresh backs?
No.
Okay.
There was a lot of times in a drive, Webb would have the ball starting out the drive, have a great rush, and the next thing you know, out. You don't see him for the rest of the drive. Not even when we're getting into the red zone. You don't see him back in.
That's insane.
You see Montrell.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes you'll see Montrell start a drive, and then you'll see Ball get in there, and he'll have like 2 snaps, have a pretty good run.
Ugh.
And the next thing you know, Montrell's back in. The favoritism towards Montrell is kind of like daddy ball of baseball. I said this during the game to my dad. I was like, there's so much favoritism towards that guy right now. I would bench him. If I was any other coach, bench him, play the other 2 guys. But Billy's not going to do that. And Billy's going to die on that hill. And it's sad.
When he gets fired, that's going to be a hill.
Like Webb, great running back. I know he's a young guy right now. So much promise in that kid. I can't wait to see him do more, but I want to see him like be able to give us more now.
Yeah.
Like he has the opportunity to do that for Florida. There's a lot of his rushes I was going back and watching. He had the same setup on the offensive line, same openings, and then you see Montrell take a totally different side of those blocks than Webb or Ball was. I feel like they're reading the whole line so much better than Montrell is.
For sure.
The defense side of Florida, though. Whoo! Y'all give me a heart attack, man. Like, our offense started producing, and then our defense still was just like, I am so confused right now. Where am I? Number 14 on the defense, Castell. I want that man bench and never see the field because
sleeping with the fishes.
Man, Texas A&M game, Miami game, and this Mississippi State game, that dude looked so lost all the time and no effort when he was going. He wasn't attacking the ball. He was going to where an offensive player was supposed to be to defend, like to block for the runner.
Yeah.
He wouldn't attack the runner. He would just go to the blocker. That's it. That pisses me off so much. And the wide receivers for Florida have been doing that too. They will go and finish their route, and they would stop where their route is finished. Not stop, get to where their route finishes, find the quarterback, and try to go to the quarterback and get a play downfield. Yeah. They just stop where their thing is, and they're like, the quarterback remembers I'm supposed to finish my route here, so I'm going to stay right here, and I'm not going to move. I know my defender's right in front of me, but I'm not going to move. That's literally how it felt on every single time you would have a wide open route, but Mertz or Lagway can't see it. But then they just stop the route because that's the end of it, and they're just sitting there. They could keep the route going, and Mertz or Lagway could have saw them. There would have been another 20 yards.
Receivers,
I've counted 5 or 6
When I see
plays.
receivers do that in games, it makes me so upset. It's like, no, you move with the quarterback. The play is now completely fallen apart.
Yeah.
You need to alter your route to get open and make sure you're cutting through defenders to make a hole for your quarterback to throw it to.
Because the quarterback is looking for you open. They're not looking for the route
Like,
that you're supposed to be running.
If you run deep curls and he's sitting in the pocket for 5 seconds and he rolls out, you can't just sit there at deep curl.
Yeah.
You're going to have to run around.
That's Florida's problem right there. They don't teach that. They just say, go to the end of your route and just stand there.
Well,
I'm sick and
Josh's
tired
football
of it.
schools open this summer.
Yeah.
Or next summer.
But we did end up getting the win, 45-28. So
Looking like Toledo.
yeah.
Wait, was that the same score of the Toledo game? There's no way.
No way. I don't think so. Let's take a look at this. 41-17 was the Toledo game, 45-28. So we scored more than Toledo did against Mississippi State. But we let
And
Mississippi State score
more than Toledo.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good old Mississippi State. Yeah, so Florida does have a week off coming up, but then we play
Big dub.
UCF at home, at home. Hopefully Florida can look even better than they did against Mississippi State, and maybe pull out a win against UCF. I do not think they will. UCF has looked tremendous this season, especially their upset against TCU.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was a really good game. And they get to play Colorado this week. I think they're going to blow Colorado out of the water.
Oh.
Yeah. So after the UCF game, that's when our schedule gets really hard. We play Tennessee, number 5 Tennessee right now. Then we play Kentucky at home. Then we play Georgia at Jacksonville, Texas at Texas, LSU at home, Ole Miss at home, and then at Florida State. So looking through this, if I can throw a win on any of these games, I'm sorry, Josh, to say it. Right now, I would say we can pull out a win against y'all. But after getting beaten and destroyed through a 5-game stretch between Tennessee to Ole Miss, I don't know if we have any players left to play against y'all. It's probably just going to be...
Well, you can beat us right now, but just wait until DJ gets 12 games under his belt.
More than likely, we're going to only be a 2-win team. Because Tennessee looks like you ain't stopping them. We haven't looked good against Kentucky in a long time. Georgia, I really want to say it's a toss-up game because Georgia hasn't looked the best. But I really can't say it's going to be because our defense, I don't know if it's going to be able to do anything against Georgia. But
you think your offense is going to be able to withstand our defense?
Against Georgia's defense?
Against our defense.
If they played as good as they did against Cal, no. But if they play like they did against Boston College, yes.
Why do you think they'll play as good as they get against Boston College?
If y'all's defense plays as good as y'all did against Boston College.
In week 12, final game.
We'll probably figure out that we need to use Webb and Ball a lot more, and we'll be able to actually run the ball down y'all's throat.
Run the ball down their throat.
Yeah.
You can run block?
Oh, God, I forgot about that. Maybe we'll figure that out by then.
I was about to say, like, Patrick Payton is starting to slowly reboot.
But those two have been...
so is Marvin Jones. They both had, like, 3 sacks.
Our 2 running backs, though, our second and third string running backs, they're starting to figure out how to make their own little holes and do pretty well. So maybe they don't need an offensive line.
That's true. But you will also have to go against 6'10" Josh Farmer and 6'11" Darius Washington at defensive tackle.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see.
So there were some notable games this past weekend on the college side of things. I want to start out with the introduction to Stanford into the ACC. That was a very cool game to watch.
All the years of playing mascot game.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 favorite people, the orange versus the tree, finally came to life, except not really.
It came down to 26-24, Stanford winning that. And the other game that was happening that night was a crazy game. Was Illinois beating Nebraska 31-24, giving Nebraska, I think it was 6 or 7 in a row of once they're ranked, they can't beat a ranked opponent.
Yeah.
That's insane. Nebraska looked like they finally had a team put together, and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, like they have the quarterback. They thought they had everything that they needed. Nope.
Same with Syracuse. It felt like they finally figured themselves out, and the next thing you know, they couldn't do it. Yeah.
I am so sorry. Quick update for people who care about NFL. Currently, halftime.
Ooh, I do.
Buffalo is up 34-3 against Jacksonville, and Commanders 14-7 lead against Cincinnati. 4th and goal, Cincinnati.
The Bengals aren't doing so hot. This hasn't been a good year for Burrow.
Oh no, I gotta check my fantasy real quick and see how bad I'm beating Jacob or Logan while you're looking that up.
So Tennessee and Oklahoma. Tennessee welcomed Oklahoma to the SEC this past weekend, and with SEC fashion, it was a fun game to watch. Tennessee had that big win, 25-15. Josh Hoople coming back to his alma mater and where he coached and winning that game.
Great post-game thing that they kind of shot where it was like, I didn't want this game to be about me, but thank you for playing for me.
Yeah.
And then the concert afterwards.
That was really cool.
Morgan Wallen walking out with Hoople, the quarterback, I think the running back or the wide receiver, and then
the guy
Manning.
from the baseball team.
Oh, yeah. Peyton Manning in his full Tennessee get up. That was hilarious.
That was really cool. Utah, Oklahoma State. Utah ended up winning that game 22-19. Go Utah. Go Utes.
That's a funny thing for you to say. I thought you didn't like Utah as a Florida fan.
I don't hate them for beating us.
How many times?
Once. We share the series 1-1.
When do y'all play again?
Until a bowl game.
No, I thought it was going to become a tradition. No.
Yeah.
Well, that stinks.
So Arkansas and Auburn opened up their SEC schedule this past weekend too. Arkansas coming out and just having a show against Auburn, 24-14. Arkansas is actually turning into a good team.
They have a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Their head coach is an idiot.
They were pretty good. Well, I'm not going to say pretty good. They showed a lot of light when they had KJ Jefferson as their quarterback. But as soon as he left to go to UCF, there was a lot of questions on who's going to take over that realm. And it seems like this quarterback is just like how KJ Jefferson was last year with Arkansas.
Without a doubt.
And they picked up right where they left off, and they're showing some good signs this year. You never know what they're going to do. They probably are that dark horse in the SEC. So y'all's opponent for this week, SMU faced off against TCU, having a big touchdown shootout in the state of Texas, 66-42. You know, everything is bigger in Texas.
Boo!
Yeah.
There's Methodists.
The Methodist versus the Baptist.
Fun fact. Oh, I didn't think of that. It is the Baptist versus the Methodist. TCU and SMU are now my favorite college football game ever.
My second favorite team right now, Florida A&M, faced off against Troy. They did lose 34-12. That was sad to watch. I do have to say, they have probably one of the cleanest white helmets in college football. I really like their helmets. Their orange helmets are cool, but those white helmets, absolutely beautiful. If you follow me on Instagram, I hope you saw that on my story because that was absolutely gorgeous. The last game we're going to talk about is the Baylor-Colorado game. That came down to the very end.
Boo.
Colorado found a way to tie it up right there before the final seconds and then have a way to win the game in overtime and relying everything on Travis Hunter playing defense, knocking that ball out
Literally
of his hands.
the best player on the team.
Yeah.
If he wasn't on the team, that team wouldn't do anything.
Nope, not at all. So everybody knows by this time we're probably going to see Colorado ranked right now because they're 3-1. A lot of hype around them. They're now 1-0 in their conference.
Who they play next week?
UCF. They play UCF this week.
Oh, at UCF.
I don't.
What if they wear the space?
At UCF, yeah.
Oh, they might wear the space thing.
Dude, if they wear the space unis.
Oh, and kill, throttle. Man, if I had nothing to do, I'd probably go drive down there and watch that game. What?
Oh, dang. Hurricane.
Yeah. Yeah. For people who don't live in Tallahassee or Florida or really pay attention to the weather or anything really, or live under a rock, in the past 24 hours, it has gone from completely normal to Category 4 hurricane. I don't get how, because there was literally, so apparently there is a hurricane forming in the Gulf, kind of south near Mexico, Cuba area, that's going to come and pretty much by the spaghetti models be a direct hit to Tallahassee. It was just supposed to be a tropical storm, just quickly come up. We're going to have a whole bunch of rain, all this and all that. And then it turned into a Category 1.
Yeah.
In 12 hours, I think. So it went from it hitting Tallahassee as a tropical storm to Category 1 hurricane, Category 2 to Cat 3. Now they're projecting it to be a Cat 4. Tomorrow, who knows? They were sending in the plane that goes into the storms to track it today. So I guess we'll see. I mean, we might have a really, 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 really bad hurricane in the next
at my
72 hours.
At my job right now, we're already going into hurricane treatment, make sure everything's all tied down and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of trees in Tallahassee. There is something Tallahassee is known for is the trees, which is a downside because we have a lot of canopy roads, which is beautiful during the summertime when it's not raining. However, when a Category 4, Category 5 hurricane hits it, a lot of those trees like to fall down. And it's kind of hard to get places when that's your only road to get anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. We'll try to keep the content coming, though.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try it. You ready to talk about some unis?
I am, yes.
Dude, I'm excited. We've been running an hour and 40 minutes so far. Yeah, it's been going pretty long. But I want to talk first about those FSU unis they wore this past weekend. Wearing white lids, garnet jerseys, and garnet pants.
Beautiful.
Over on the left is the uni combo they wore. But I want to give a shout out to Knowles Unis real quick. He came up with the idea for this using gold inside of the spear on the helmet. And I'm a big fan of this.
Oh, yeah.
I think it looks great. If FSU would get on that, I think that would be a #1 selling helmet.
He makes some really good stuff.
Very good. He's the one who did the throwback unis.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, his stuff is very good. Very good. Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm just a big fan of what he does. And the uniforms that FSU does, pulling out those white helmets, always look great. I'm a big fan of those.
Big fan.
Yeah. We're going to get into a quick slide. Oh, before we get into the quick slideshow, Josh has a small little rant about...
Oh, my gosh. This is stupid.
About the two mouth guard look that's going around college football. I know it's a trend set by a Florida State alum that's now in the NFL.
No one's done it. No one did it.
Yeah.
No
and now
one.
everyone's
doing it.
Let's
now.
take a look at this.
What kind of stupid crap is that? I cannot believe that you need to steal somebody else's swag to be. I mean, of course, you're playing for Syracuse, but I mean, at least have some common decency about yourself. Why are you trying to be like someone else? This is literally Dylan Raiola trying to be like Patrick Mahomes.
You know his brother looks just like
Yes,
Jackson Mahomes?
yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes. I mean, look at my man.
Yeah.
Why?
That's
Why?
A straight copycat.
Straight copycat. I mean, even
Coleman?
Keon. Yeah, he does it in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like tonight,
his
he's
thing.
playing in. Who are they playing? Jacksonville. So he has a probably either a white and green, like a white and the light green, or like a green and black one.
Yeah.
He does that every game. He's done that since the very first game at FSU. I think he wasn't really doing that too much at. It seemed like he didn't have a whole lot of swag at Michigan State, and then he got here, and then they let him do it. Homie was wearing a Apple Watch every single snap of every single game, and would.
Now Travis Hunter wears an Apple Watch. Hey, people stealing swag.
I hate these kids.
Respecting people.
MFTK. MFTK.
All right, let's take a look at real quick about all the uniforms that happened throughout college football this weekend.
Wow.
We got 10 seconds for each slide. So you ready for this?
Wow. Are we speed running it?
Yeah, we're going to speed run this.
All right, let's go.
All right, transition. All right, so we got the Wazoo uniforms from Washington State.
Beautiful.
10 out of 10.
Love the helmet. Very simple, but very good.
I think we have more. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
South Carolina throwback unis. I give those a 9 out of 10. I really like those.
Beautiful. I love it. Looking like they played FSU and got rocked.
Yeah. We have South Alabama and App State. Both of them wearing alternate helmets. I really like App State's.
Yes, South Alabama's I love kind of looks like Kennesaw State.
We got Utah with their all-white unis. I love the matching stripes on all the helmet, uniform, and pants.
Could have done better. It looks like they're regulars.
Ole Miss patriotic uniforms or helmets, they look perfect.
10 out of 10 for the helmet.
We got Oregon State and Purdue. I got to say Purdue's uniforms look like Vandy, Wake Forest, and Colorado.
It's just a shame that Oregon and Oregon State suck and they have really good uniforms.
We got the red bandana uniforms, 10 out of 10. Always love these.
Time. You better watch out for Boston College when they wear these because they'll win every single time.
Yes. BYU with the shaded
game.
numbers. Those look awesome.
Game of the year, probably, honestly.
Yeah. We got West Virginia with their throwback unis and Kansas with their ugly uniforms.
Love the helmets.
Yes, awesome. 10 out of 10. We got Mizzou, which kind of looks like they're playing Purdue again, but yes, it's Vanderbilt. This was the P game, I would say.
Looks like Pitt and Wake Forest.
Yeah. We got Old Big Red back.
Yes.
That was an
10
awesome
out of
game.
10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Beautiful helmet.
So we got the Tiny Cats helmet on them. So here's another one for our Cats category for at the end of the year.
Ooh, kind of like.
So
this threw me off.
UConn did a military night with all the military
I
branches.
thought it was Navy because of the Navy emblem.
Yeah. We got the Dallas Duddy look. I really don't like it.
Boo SMU.
Yeah. We got Mississippi State wearing all white at home with the script. I do have to say Florida wearing orange, blue, white is, for me, on a away game. They could have wore all orange. Colorado State with the State of Colorado unis, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Like we said, they look just as good on the field.
We got North Texas doing script helmets.
I like it.
Yes. The all green is kind of down for me, but 10 out of 10 on the helmets.
I love the all green.
Stanford with the red uniforms coming in for the ACC debut. I love them. 10 out of 10.
Helmets are good. Jerseys.
Oh, and that was it.
Booyah.
That was. I like that.
Honestly,
that was
we
pretty
might
quick.
just have to start doing that. It's just like a speed run and giving our honest take. Be like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, look at that. By the way, yeah, like I said, how does Oregon and Oregon State have fly uniforms and they so good football?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Ooh. I think my favorite helmet out of all of those was definitely North Texas.
North Texas or Old Misses. Gotta love the red, white. And better than you.
Script helmets look great. Third place would definitely be West Virginia.
Yeah, they always kill it.
Yeah.
Always kill it.
Bottom of the list would definitely be Kansas. I really don't like their uniforms.
Yeah.
Wow.
Missouris are ugly.
We went through that so quick, I have nothing to say. Oh, Big Red coming back. That was awesome.
I do like Big Red. Well, since we're kind of at the Jersey thing, do we want to quickly maybe hit a quick segment of the lovely neighbor, lover, friend NFL?
Yeah. Talk about that. I was hoping we were avoiding talking about how bad the Bucks.
No. We don't have to talk about the Bucks.
No, we got to talk about the Bucks. No. Gotta talk about the Bucks. We can't raise the flag this week.
We have so much Buck stuff. I was getting ready to like take some helmets. I'm like that helmet, that flag, that hat.
We got a bunch of stuff. Go Bucks. I always raise the flag even when we lose. Because we always
the white flag.
Oh.
Baker did not bake.
No, he did not look good at all. Okay, I guess we're going to start with the Bucks.
Yeah, we might as well go ahead and rip the Band-Aid.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that over with. What is this? I want to look at the stats.
They won't show you the... Wait, just go to the top. See the top?
Yeah. But I want to look at everybody. Guess we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Denver found out how to win a game and win a game
You just needed
in
warm
big
weather.
fashion. Yeah. 26-7. Utterly destroying the Bucks this weekend. Right off the bat, I think it was in their first 3 drives, they were up 14-0. The Bucks defense looked totally different than they did the first 2 weeks.
Yes.
Lethargic. Looked like they weren't ready for that game. Weren't ready for the offensive scheme that Denver had, which wasn't anything different than they were running the first 2 weeks. The Bucks' offensive line this week looked like how it was last year at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Where we couldn't get anything going. No run game, no pass game. Because our offensive line couldn't do anything. Wasn't creating holes, wasn't blocking one bit. And we're back to that now. I'm not saying this is going to be our season with the offensive line not holding. But this game was such a snooze fest to watch when we were on the offense side of the ball. The Broncos just came in there and looked like a better team from start to finish. Even when they weren't scoring, they had a promising drive almost every time. There was always just one little thing that was separating the Broncos from scoring even more. But the Bucks, it was like a mistake after mistake after mistake, especially for the offensive line. If there was one bad play going, especially like if we ran the ball on first down, and it was such a bad play that somebody missed a block and Bucky or White was tackled for -2 yards.
Yeah.
The next play, when we have to get some yardage off of either a screen pass or something off of a good slant, offensive line can't hold anybody at that time. It's literally like 3 people breaking the line right off the snap. It was really sad to watch.
Yeah. All I got to say is better luck next week. Not a good game, but I feel like that's one of the few ones that we're just going to drop, and it is what it is. But I feel like we're going to come back and we're going to look good next week.
Yeah, who do we play next week? Let's take a look at that. We play... What's this for?
Yeah, let's go Eagles.
Yeah. So we got the Eagles for week 4
Oh, Lord.
this week. Then we got the Falcons. So we can bounce back against the Eagles, and we can pull 2 games in a row right there against the Falcons.
At Falcons, at Saints.
That's going to be our biggest game of the season. I know going into the Lions
because we
game.
play them twice.
Yeah. But us beating Lions at home gives me enough faith to at least do something going into New Orleans. Hopefully we're well prepared and we can bring it to them and actually be in a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter.
I mean, New Orleans didn't look good this past week either.
Yeah.
They're very much beatable. You just cannot let Alvin Kamara and Derek Carr get comfortable.
Yeah. But when they are comfortable, like the first 2 weeks, they look unstoppable.
So many fantasy points. Alvin
So
Kamara
good.
has been a godsend for me.
Then we played Baltimore after that,
That's
and
a
then
win.
Falcons again.
That's
so
a
we
win.
we can get some good games,
Wait,
and then we
is
got to play the
Baltimore-
refs.
wait, is the Baltimore game at home?
Yes.
We might have to go to that game.
That would
You
that'd
know
be
why?
a good game to watch.
You know why?
Why?
We can say hello to him.
Oh, Willie Taggart would be there. That would
Yeah,
be cool.
he's the
to
running
watch.
back coach. Could you imagine Leonard? It could imagine being Leonard, not Leonard Fournette.
The running back for
Imagine being Derrick Henry.
Okay.
And having great running back coaches your whole entire life.
And
and then you're like, you know what? Let me go to Baltimore.
Who's this
Walks
Willie
in the
Taggart
room.
guy?
He's like, who's this idiot with these glasses? Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Don't you look familiar? Yeah, Willie Taggart.
Hi, I'm Willie Taggart.
Hey, I'm Willie Taggart.
Minnesota. This is a game that shocked me when I looked at everything.
They're scary good.
Dude, 3-0
They're
right
underrated.
now. A team that nobody thought was going to be good at all. With Sam Darnold being at the realm of this team. We said this last week when they moved to 2-0, how shocked we were.
And that defense is nasty.
Dude, the Vikings are unstoppable, like we said about the Saints. They played a good Texans team.
Yeah.
That were 2-0 before the game.
Yeah, that game made me drop C.J. Stroud in my other league and pick up what's his name for Carolina?
The new quarterback?
The goat, the Gingy goat.
Oh,
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, yeah.
He is now my starter.
Dang. Yeah. Texans only scoring 7 points that whole entire game. Vikings demolishing them 34-7. It was right off the bat too, just like how that Broncos game was for us. Minnesota is like the first 2 drives, score a touchdown. Just right off the bat. They looked so good. It was no game at all. Another game that caught my eye was the Colts getting their first win
against
the Bears. So I want to say big win for the Colts, but it was a good turning point for them. There was a lot of promising stuff happening that game. Giving the Bears did not show a lot that game at all. Oh my goodness. Buffalo's still up 34-10 right now.
Yeah, Josh Allen had 4 touchdowns.
Ooh.
He currently is projected to only have 125 this week, but I was still projected to beat Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm up to 170. Josh Allen has 30 points.
Dang.
And James Cook almost has 20.
I'm excited to see what my fantasy has right now.
It is.
Am I doing all right?
I'm
coming back.
No, Koo might not give you enough. T. Higgins is killing you, dog. Oh,
Is that who he
man.
has? Or is that who I have?
That's who you have. 1 reception, 14 yards.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Dang.
thought Koo was going to help you out big time this earlier today, but.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Oh well. Like earlier, Josh said, Philadelphia beats New Orleans 15-12. New Orleans finally finding a soft spot in their defense. Yeah. Carolina coming away with their first win against Las Vegas, 36-22. That was a surprise for me. I wouldn't say like a big surprise, but seeing Carolina actually look like a football team, that was a surprise for me.
Nope, they have a good team.
They didn't show a lot the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly, because of their quarterback.
Was it their quarterback?
Yep. Xavier Legette literally had 0 touches the first 2 weeks. Homie had almost 15 points.
Holy
yesterday.
cow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang. Maybe it is a quarterback. Green Bay putting the belt to the butt on Tennessee, which Tennessee, I think they should just go ahead and do away with their franchise.
Will Levis is dog.
Yeah.
Dog water. 3 straight weeks of memes.
Dude, that guy, he diving for that first down. His legs are like over his head and his head's
and then the
into the
defender
dirt.
is literally like driving into him.
Yeah. Man. Miami, another story that I kept seeing pop up today and I was reading about. They have not had a single lead this whole season, and they are the only team to not have a single lead this whole entire season.
Yeah, they were terrible against Jacksonville, and Jacksonville literally has looked great, but they've lost themselves the games except tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting killed.
Yeah. They had a chance to beat the Browns last week. I really thought the Jags should have won that game.
Yeah.
If they would have just keep going with the drive they have at the beginning, they would definitely
Imagine being a
won.
Browns fan paying $200 million for Deshaun Touchton to not even give you $200.
Yeah.
Amazing. Fun fact. The Browns are winless when Jameis gets less than 3 plays a game.
Dang. Magic Jameis.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a few good games around. I mean, nothing too nice, I guess you could say, popped out. Just the Vikings were very impressive. Bucks were not impressive. Carolina kind of did what I thought Carolina was going to do with a competent, comfortable quarterback who's been in the I mean, he was him at one point.
Yeah.
He was the first round pick who got thrown to the Wolves out of college.
Yeah.
And he had to adapt. I mean, he's been in the league for forever. He's like confident. He's poised. He has young players around him that they got not for him, but for Young. I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be very entertaining to watch. I'm excited for it. Let's see what the Panthers can do. Because a lot of people were saying our division was going to be very weak. Honestly,
no, our
division
division's looking scared now. Besides Carolina, we're looking really good. The Falcons are looking good. We're saying that, but they almost beat Kansas City. They should have beat Kansas City with that outrageous no call against my tight end Kyle Pitts.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to talk about that. That game pissed me off.
Yeah. There were quite a few get Kansas City jail-free card calls that were made, but that's the NFL.
Yeah, the Kansas City refs moved to 3-0.
I mean, you can't see. I understand it to a degree because if you are an organization and you kill your cash cow,
honestly,
you can't kill the Swifties, bro. It's election time.
In those 3 games, if 3 flags were thrown, the Chiefs would be 0-3 right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
And it's also crazy to think about the throwing back to college. South Carolina would be 4-0 right now.
That is true.
Crazy how sports, football, everything works.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know those refs are betting on games.
Without a doubt.
I want to see somebody not related to any team come forth and do an investigation on these refs with these Kansas City Chief games. There's something fishy about
They're almost as fishy as that cop for Illinois that was a little too excited that they beat Nebraska.
Yes.
He definitely put money on that plus 250.
And the cow guy. Yeah. We'll do an investigation for all of them.
All of them.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to get down to the truth of it.
Get down to the truth of it.
Yeah. But I am excited to see what happens this next week of NFL and college football. Some big games happening. Are we going to do the pick'ems on Friday? Or you want to try to do a Friday episode?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm down.
Definitely. So we're going to do the pick'ems on that. We haven't done that in a couple of weeks. See who win some college football and some NFL games. NHL is around the corner.
It's already started.
Nope, that's
it's
we're in
preseason.
preseason right now.
Thank God. I saw that the Bruins lost, and I literally sat in my car for like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, another sports team that's gonna suck this year." Thank
no,
God.
It's preseason right now, but NHL's right around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bittersweet about this year. It's going to be my first year not watching Stamkos with the Lightning, him being with the Nashville Predators.
Oh.
And on my Instagram the other day, I saw a video of him with the owner of the Predators signing the paperwork and saying that he was very happy to be in Nashville and it feels like home already and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, I miss you.
Are you ready for in the Lightning Arena? David Pastrnak, goal! Even though that's not what it would sound like because David Pastrnak plays for the Bruins.
Yeah, it would just be goal.
Go.
But if Lightning scores, it'll be
yes.
Yeah, I love watching some hockey. Hockey's a great sport. I can't wait to get into that. It's a long season to talk about. It's kind of like how baseball is. We're going to update y'all each week about what's been happening.
I don't give a crap about baseball.
Yeah, baseball right now is coming down to the end of the season.
If my team has a plus-minus run differential of 0, I'm not talking about it. Don't even pull them up.
I kind of want to see some little bit of standings. Let's see some standings real quick. All right, so the American League East, the New York Yankees, they are in first place, and Red Sox are in fourth place.
Yes, we were so close to the wild card.
And the Braves are in third place.
Not no longer.
Yeah. Hopefully we can pull out some wins. I don't think we're gonna make the wild card spot.
Nope.
But
you're going to Cancun like the rest of us.
Yeah, we're all going to Cancun together. We're 2 games back from
Ozzy and Rafael Devers can.
They'll be doing a wiffle ball tournament in Cancun.
Probably.
The Phillies look so good right now. I really hate
told
giving
you.
them credit, but they look so good.
I told you. At the beginning of the season, I told you, let's clip it. The Phillies were going to be good this. Oh, no. You and Chris.
I think the National League championship is going to end up being the Phillies and the Dodgers.
Yep. With the Dodgers winning. Because they have a Japanese gambler who is ungodly at baseball.
In my opinion, I think the World Series might end up being the Dodgers versus the Guardians or Dodgers versus the Yankees.
The Yankees are not making the World Series.
No, I think they're going to choke.
I
think the
think the
Guardians
Guardians
have
are.
a better chance to make the World Series.
You ready?
Okay, what you got?
Dodgers.
You good?
And the Orioles.
I knew Orioles was coming, but I'm like, man, is this guy having a stroke right now?
The White Sox.
Oh, the White Sox only have 36 wins right now. This
Poverty
is insane. So, a couple years ago, I think it was the Braves were going for the fastest to get to 100 wins, and White Sox kind of blew them out of the water, getting the fastest to 100 losses. That was an insane stat this year. I think they are going to be the most losingest franchise or season ever.
Cheapest tickets in history too, probably.
Yeah. The A's have 67 wins compared to their 36 wins. I don't think I've ever seen a team this bad. I don't think anybody's ever seen a team this bad.
I probably could name one player on their team.
Hopefully, the Angels win the rest of these games, like the 3 games against the White Sox. Because right now, the Angels are on track to have the worst season in their franchise history.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's some weird stats that I've been seeing about MLB right now.
Some weird stats?
Yeah. NBA started up, right? Or is about to?
No. Soon, yes.
Okay. I knew it's like right before Halloween, or like, is it right before Halloween?
Yeah. Bruh, the Bengals are going to go 0-3. I'm calling it right now.
Really? The Commanders are winning 21-13 right now. That's insane. Real quick, while we have y'all. Y'all see this sticker, that sticker, and this sticker? If y'all like any of our stickers, we do have right here. We have different high five ones. Orange, blue, garnet, gold, green, red, white. We have a bunch of different ones. So if y'all like any of our stickers, let us know down in the comments or in our DMs on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, MySpace. You can leave it in our mailbox.
No, don't do that. No anthrax. No anthrax.
Sooner or later, we are going to be setting up a Amazon wish list under High Five for our podcast room if y'all want to help out with any of sports memorabilia or whatnot.
I'm telling you, stop tipping certain people.
Stop tipping your baristas. Stop tipping the people that you have to stand and order your food.
They don't really care about you.
Yeah. Let the company start paying them more.
Yeah. Don't make it you. Make it their problem, not your problem. So help us help you.
Yeah. We're giving positivity and wisdom today.
Yeah. They're just giving you a bathroom break.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a pot.
Yeah, 41 episodes down.
41 episodes.
We're 9
down.
episodes away. We have 3 people that are going to be in that podcast for the 50th episode right now. We got me, you, and Logan. 4 really, adding James. I know he would be on that. The only person we need to get on the board is Lee, and we can get all 5.
Yeah, the BYU quarterback.
Yeah. Definitely going to have a cool episode on there. We're going to try to shoot some videos in between now and then that we can just play in the podcast. So, yeah, that's going to be a fun little episode. See how long we can run with that. Do a decently long one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Decently long one for one. The 50th?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Indeed.
Pretty long episode. Throw some gaming on there. Throw some other stuff.
Make it like a Mr. Beast video.
I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of parody Mr. Beast videos that are hilarious.
We're going to make this guy jump off the bridge.
There was one that it was like right after he did I Made 1,000 People See. It was a parody one that says I made 1,000 people lose their eyesight.
Oh, my God.
It ended up he was
So
killing
bad.
1,000 people.
So bad. Golly.
Yeah. Mr. Beast has done a lot of good. That's somebody I can give a round of applause. He's done a lot of positivity in the world. The people that he does have around him, though, there are some questionable decisions on that. But he is a very positive person, and I like that. Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah.
Redacted for me, but yeah, what he said.
But thank y'all so much for joining
Indeed.
our
Thank y'all.
podcast tonight. This
Till
weekend
next
you get to
time.
watch SMU play Florida State.
Whoop.
And the Bucks play the Eagles.
And Florida wins a bye week.
Yeah, hopefully we win our bye week. We might walk away with a loss. You never know.
DJ Lagway out for the season.
All right. Thank y'all for joining us.
Peace.
Oh.
Oh, you.